Welcome to Hatman Strikes Back Daily Boxing News. Why is Anthony Joshua so happy? If you've seen any of his recent interviews or his social media posts, this guy appears to be in a state of absolute bliss. Now, I know some people are going to say, well, that's a stupid question. The guy's a multimillionaire. He's got generational wealth. He's probably got a great family life and a great personal life. So despite the way his boxing career has gone of late, his life outside of boxing is so wonderful that it more than compensates for his recent defeat to Daniel Dubois. And I've got no doubt that there is an element of that at play here. But if you compare Anthony Joshua's demeanor following his defeat to Andy Ruiz or his defeats to Alexander Usyk, he didn't look so happy. Yeah, he was trying to put a brave face on it. So for example, after he lost to Ruiz, he didn't hide away in his hotel room. He went out on the streets of New York City and he faced the music. He faced hecklers on the street. He's always been like that, Anthony Joshua. He doesn't hide away after a defeat. But as I say, after those losses, his smiles look forced to me, like he was hiding pain. In fact, the smiles look more like grimaces, as you could well understand, given the circumstances. But in this particular instance, the smiles look genuine to me. Anthony Joshua looks more happy in the interviews and in the social media posts I've seen over the past few weeks than he has at any point since maybe becoming world champion, or at least since the Klitschko fight. Way, way, way happier than he looked following his loss to Andy Ruiz or the two defeats to Usyk. The question is why? Because the Daniel Dubois defeat was the most devastating of the lot. Obviously, we can only speculate, and there are many possibilities. I've already mentioned the stuff about him being rich and successful, and maybe things are going really well in his personal life. But there's also the possibility that, as I've alluded to in recent videos, he feels that a weight has been lifted off his shoulders. There's been so much pressure on him over the years to live up to his fans' expectations, and maybe he didn't enjoy that. Some fighters do, other fighters don't. And so now that he's been wiped out in the fashion that he was against Dubois in a completely one-sided fight, in a weird kind of way, maybe that has alleviated the pressure to such an extent that he now feels relaxed. He now feels comfortable. I mean, look at him at the Ring Magazine Awards. He was waltzing around as if he was still heavyweight champion. Not that he was being delusional or anything. I'm talking about the calm and confidence that he exuded was not what I expected from a guy who just got demolished. So as I say, maybe it's the weight off his shoulders as far as expectations. Another possibility is that he's found boxing to be a very stressful career and he's acting relaxed now because he knows it's nearly over. One or two more fights and he's done. Maybe that's what he's thinking. And so he's kind of breathing a sigh of relief. Similar to the previous possibility, but for a slightly different reason. Because with the previous possibility, maybe AJ intends to go on for several years more. But with this possibility, that AJ thinks he's coming to the end, one or two more fights, it's not just about being free of the weight of expectations, but also the stress of boxing as a whole, the training, the business aspects of it, as well as I say, pressure from the fans and rivals and so on and so forth. Dealing with the physical issues that come with boxing, the injuries, the neurological and psychological damage that comes with professional boxing. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all this in the comment section below. Are you, like me, surprised to see Anthony Joshua in such good spirits coming off that Dubois defeat? Do you agree with me or disagree that he looks in far better spirits than he was following his previous defeats to Andy Ruiz and Alexander Usyk? Give me your take. Don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Are you surrounded by mindless bots in human form who adhere to the norm and blindly conform? Who swallow all the mainstream BS and actually ridicule you for questioning things? Do you wish you had more free-thinking individuals in your life to network and converse with? Well, look no further. We're right here. Come and join the Brotherhood of Reason on Patreon. You'll gain access to my weekly topical content where we take deep dives on an endless variety of subjects, as well as my vast back catalogue of podcasts, videos, interviews, movie decodings, and my Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. You'll also get to talk and network with myself and hundreds of other people in our members chat. You can enjoy all this via the Patreon app or on desktop and download all my podcasts in high quality MP3. There's no contract, no commitment. You can cancel at any time, just like Netflix, but it's a hell of a lot cheaper. Just download the app from the Play Store or the App Store, or simply visit patreon.com on a web browser. Then head on over to my page and select the tier called the Brotherhood of Reason. All the links are in the description box below. And just a quick money-saving tip for Apple users. If you purchase your Patreon subscription on the desktop site or on Android, then you'll avoid the ridiculous 30% fee that Apple charges for purchases made on the iOS app. So if you're on iPhone or iPad, save yourself some money by buying your subscription on the actual Patreon website or on Android because it's a lot cheaper. Once you've made that initial purchase, you can then use the Patreon app on your iPhone or iPad thereafter to access and enjoy your content as normal.